Hi guys, so today we'll move on to functions. Uh, Now a function is a relation from a set to another set if it satisfies this condition that each and every element of the first set is associated to one and only one element of the second set. Now we can see that in this in the two sets, A is the first set in which we have the elements 1, 2, 3, and each element of the set A is associated to the set B, and it is associated to one and only one element. The elements which come in the set A are said to be the domain, and the elements which come in the set B is said to be the codomain. And we can see that C is the element C in the set B is left undisturbed. The elements are marked to the elements from set A are marked to only A and B. So the elements to which the elements of the second set to which the elements of first set are being marked is called as the range of the function. Now if we see the second example over here, we can see that 1 and 2 satisfies the condition that it is marked to each only one element, but 3 is marked to 2 elements, so this is not a function. Similarly, in this case 1 and 2 are satisfies the condition because it is marked to 1 and only one element, but 3 is not marked to any element, so it does not satisfy the condition that each and every element of the set must be marked to the other set. So even this is not a function. Now moving on to the types of the function. The types of functions are one-one, onto, and bijective. One-one functions. A function f from A to B is said to be one-one if distinct elements of in A have distinct images in B. So the first condition is that for a function to be 1, the number of elements in A must be lesser than or equal to the number of elements in B. And the total number of 1 functions from A to B is given by npm. Now, the method to check whether a function is 1, it's assume that f of x1 is equal to f of f2. And if we proceed, if we get that x1 is equal to x2, then it satisfies the condition. So we can say that the function is 1. Example, if we have a function f of x equal to 3x plus 1, let's take f of x1 equal to f of x2. So on proceeding, we'll get that x1 equal to x2. So this is 1. Similarly, if we take another example, f of x equal to x square. Now proceeding in the same way, we have x1 equal to plus or minus x2. So this shows that x1 is marked to plus x2 as well as minus x2. So this is not 1. Now graphical check. A function is 1 if we have a horizontal line that cuts the curve at a unique point. If it does not cut the curve if it cuts the curve at more than one point, then the function is not 1, because if we see this case, for the x is marked at 2 points, so it has 2 images, so this is not 1 function. So moving on to onto functions. A function is called as an onto function if for every element B belong to the set B, there exists an element A belong to set A such that f of A is equal to B. Or in another way, we can say that the codomain is equal to range. And the condition for this is the number of elements in A must be greater than or equal to the number of elements in B. And the check for a function to be onto is the codomain must be equal to the range. For example, if we take f of x equal to x from R to R, we can see that codomain is minus infinity to infinity, as well as the range is also the same. So this is an onto function. On the other hand, if we have f of x is equal to x square, then from R to R, then codomain will contain all the elements in R, but range will contain only the positive elements since it is x square. So codomain is not equal to the range, hence this is not an onto function. Now Moving on to bijective function. A function from A to B is bijective if it is both 1, 1 and onto. So, based on the conditions for 1, 1 and onto, the number of elements in A and the number of elements in B both must be the same. So, the total number of bijections in a relation is given by n factorial, where then n is the number of elements in any of the sets. Now, for example, if we take f of x equal to 2x plus 3 from R to R, applying the condition for 1, 1, we get x1 equal to x2, and similarly applying the condition for onto, we get that codomain is equal to range. So it is 1, 1 as well as onto, hence this function is a bijective function. Now, moving on to inverse and composition of functions. Now let there be two functions f of a to b and g from b to c. Now composition of two functions is denoted by g of f, where g of f is a function from a to c which is given by g of f of x for all x belonging to the set capital A. This is the diagrammatic representation where an element x from A is marked to B, so this is f of x. And similarly from B we are having a function g to c, so this element is g of f of x. So this is the composition of a to b and b to c is g of f, or otherwise g of f of x. Now a function is said to be invertible if for every f from x to y there is a function g from y to x such that g of f is equal to ix and f of g equal to iy, where ix and iy are the identity elements. Now, for example, if we take f from n to y such that f of x is given by 4x plus 3. To show that it is invertible, first we need to show that it is invertible and then find the inverse. Now, consider an element in the set y such that y equal to f of x. So f of x is given by 4x plus 3. So y equal to f of x. So from this we get x in terms of y by the relation x equal to y minus 3 by 4. So g of y is given by y minus 3 by 4. G of y is writing x in terms of y. Now g of f, or the composition of functions g of f of x, is given by g of 4x minus 3. G of y is y minus 3 by 4. So 4x plus 3 minus 3 by 4. That will give 4x by 4 equal to x. That is the identity element ix. Now f of g of y is given by f of y minus 3 by 4. That is 4 into y minus 3 by 4 plus 3, that is equal to y. So we are getting g of f of x equal to ix as well as f of g of y as iy. So we can say that f is invertible and g is the inverse of x. So that's all. Thank you guys.